What's good? Yes, sir. What's good, man? Sorry, I'm running a little late this morning. What's good with you, General Squirrels? Yes, sir. It's your boy, Kid Cersei. What's good, man? Man, I want to talk about this Errol Spence Jr. stuff and Luis Ortiz. Man, it's craziness in boxing, man. This WBC, I swear to goodness, I think a lot of this stuff is coming out because the WBC just had its convention and there's a lot of wrangling going back and forth about it. But man, people or Luis Ortiz is number one. Luis Ortiz is tripping if he thinks he's going to get Dillian Whyte because the dude from the man. Let me know y'all can hear me, man. Can you hear me? Let me know you can hear me. Oh yeah, y'all can hear me because I can hear myself in this deal. Yeah, man, Luis, I listened to what I read what Mauricio Suleiman had to say about the Dillian Whyte Luis Ortiz fight, and he said he would be happy for that fight for them to do that. Yeah, great deal. But bottom line, what's his name? Dominic Brazil is the mandatory, and they're trying to Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte are trying to appeal the WBC's decision to make Dominic Brazil the mandatory. And I just can't see how in the world that is going to get overturned, man. You know, so, I mean, when he says bottom line is that shit's not happening. All right, cool. You can hear me. That's what's up. I just couldn't see the comments weren't coming through, man. So I redid it. So, well, let me go start again, man, because I didn't see any comments coming through for a minute. General Squirrels, my man, what is good with you, sir? Also, Kid Cersei, New Fat Boy Fitness was good. Eric Jenkins in the building was good with you, man. Ian Lucas, Blackham TV, my man. Mo G, what's good? Harold Jones. Anthony Johnson, man, my favorite dude. Man, I love how you send me them emails. You send me the articles and stuff. Thank you very much, sir, man. I always look forward to your emails. HGTV, what's good? Carly Crush, what's going on? Chris Walker, my man. Philip Redden, what's good, man? Blackham TV said I got a notification. Yeah, because I didn't send out any video this morning. I was like, I'm not going to send out another. I'm not going to do my video until after I do the live stream. So hopefully, it won't, send one notification over the other. Mark Blake was good. Player was good. Moji says, still hang with the LDBC? Absolutely, man. Absolutely, I do, man. I do got a little. See, this is what I'm saying, man. I love the conversations that take place in it, man. What's going on, Rough House Boxing? Subscribe to my man, Rough House Boxing. Almighty Law 703 needs that blue. I'm tripping, man. There you go. Almighty Law, you are long overdue for that blue. Architect 1, what's good? Mark Blake, player, Mo G. Yep, I'm still hanging. Macadon 1, what's good? Justin Edie in the building. Marcus the Villain, Carly Crush. WBC's on something today, man. What's going on, Marlon? So Icy Sims and Mo G. What's good? Justin Brooks said, what's happening, bro? Pray for us during the hurricane. Hey, man, we'll do 100%, man. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Prayers go up to, oh, man, please be safe. What's good, Nino Brown? Friday, man. Friday, man. We keep bouncing up, man, but against each other, man, but we have conflicts, man, but we got to get that done. Angelo Dundee, what's good, man? How you feeling? Philip Redden said, I can hear you crystal clear. That's good. What's up? What's good, Broderick Hunter? Almighty, yes, sir. Hey, man, it's long overdue for you. Bushid, what's good? Young Merv, the cut man, what's good, man? All right, man, so let me get into this, man. Florida, yep, prayer sent. Hey, man, what's going on, Mark Wonderlick? All right, Luis Ortiz, Dillian Whyte, winner is not going to be the first mandatory for Deontay Wilder. It would still be the second mandatory. There's nothing that got changed. No, man, I didn't. I got to check Trill Boxing Talk afterwards. What happened on Trill Boxing Talk, man? Somebody give me the. That's why I was late. I had to write a deal today. I was like, I got up in the morning and the cat that I work with was like, we need this agreement. This contractor is going to be in the office today, so we need an NDA and a ICA and a W-9. I was like, shit. So I had to write that up real quick, and then I had somebody else reading it. Hold on one second, man. This is going to be somebody telling me that I screwed up this contract. Hello? Hey, babe. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there? I'm like on a call at the same time. Was there anything that was obviously screwed up? Uh huh. Oh, okay. It had an okay. I'll check that one. That's something she wrote. I just copied and pasted it because somebody else was going to do the scope of work. Hey, let me hit you right back. All right, love you. Thank you so much. Yep. Oh, that's that thing that keeps popping up, dude. God dog. All right, I'll take care of that. There's something wrong with the application that I'm using. I don't see that, and then I save it and it pops up. It's crazy. But okay, I'll go through it and get that off of there again. And I gotta do a I gotta put it into a PDF for that not to show. But okay, thanks, Lee. I'll call you back. Okay, man. Sorry about that, man. I'm trying to take care of this thing, trying to do work and this at the same time, man. But so yeah, it'd be interesting, man. I got to check out Trill Box and Talk, man. I wasn't able to check it out this morning, man. Hit the like on the way, and guys, that be what's good. Fanon to Don, yeah, what's going on there? What's going on, legendary Top Cats? Nelson Noble said Luis will stop Dillian Whyte, which is why you're not going to see that fight, man. Yeah, he'll stop him, and that's why I don't think that you're going to see. That's why I doubt very much that you're going to see the fight, because first of all, man, there's no guarantee that there. First of all, I don't believe for anything that they really want that fight to be made. That being, God dog. Hey, I don't think that there's anything that really that they really want that fight to be made. That being what's his face? Eddie Hearn and Dillian Whyte. Because Dillian Whyte, they want to do that Anthony Joshua thing, man. They want to do the Anthony Joshua thing and having a fight with Dillian Whyte with Luis Ortiz is too dangerous, and that winds up putting Luis Ortiz right in the path of Luis Ortiz right in the path of Anthony Joshua. So if he beats him, then it's gonna be like, okay, well, or does he fight Luis Ortiz next? Because he beat Dillian Whyte, and I just don't see it, man. I'm telling you, man, I really, really, really and truly don't see it. I just do not see it. Anyway, but it is what it is, man. We'll see. I'm sorry, man. All right, now I'm gonna pay more attention. I had to do something. Anthony Johnson, much love in the super chat, man. I was trying to cheat at the same time, man. I was working at the same time I was doing this. Anthony Joshua, Ortiz should privately give his team a deadline for Eddie. He's gonna drag this out, knowing darn well they ain't taking it, trying to mess up the Wilder undercard. But he's not going to take it. What's going on, KO Boxing? He's not going to take it. There's no need. My opinion, there's no need for him to even do that at all. Just don't even get into it, because he's not going to do it, man. And then you got the problem where you're going to try to have, isolate yourself from the cats in the PBC, man. What's going on, Sir Douglas, out there in Naptown? Raul Gutierrez, Canelo is not ducking Charlo. Canelo will stop Charlo. Defense is too good. Defense ain't going to knock out Charlo. And I don't know, man. I don't see him knocking out Charlo. And is Canelo ducking him or not? We'll see. You know, hey, like I say this all the time. I'm a Canelo Alvarez fan, but we'll see. If the one fight that he's taken with Rocky Fielding is when the WBC said that they would allow him to have a voluntary. Okay, let him have a voluntary, which is honestly, man, the biggest problem with that voluntary is that it's a direct result of them trying to remove that hand slap they gave him for that computerol test. You know? But I will see if he's ducking Charlo or not. If Gennady Golovkin doesn't fight him, and then if he comes back to 160, if he doesn't come back to 160, then I would be like, yeah, man, you're running from that. Sam Anichi. I hope I did that right. Is Fury signed up for VADA testing yet? You guys need to worry and talk more on it. Stop chasing shadows. I don't know what who you guys are. I talked about it yesterday, and my understanding is that Tyson Fury has submitted his paperwork to VADA. So why would I talk more about something that I know already was taken care of? They took care of that shit. Was the day before yesterday that he took that information in. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, Fury just signed. Yeah, he just did it. There's nothing else for me to talk about with that. We go, yo, Matchroom, Dillian, Joshua, next period. Yeah, it's like, don't even act like, don't jump off the card for that. But I do want to change subjects, man, because I heard something that I want to make a mention of, man, because people came to my channel and left it in the comments section. And I was told about rumors that Errol Spence is being frozen out by the PBC and that he needs to sign with ESPN. Try to sign with ESPN or try to sign with DAZN because the PBC is freezing him out. And that it's not Sean Porter. It's not Sean Porter that's keeping that fight from happening. And so when the dude wrote it down, man, I was like, huh? And then I heard some other people talk about it. And I was perplexed. Because, here's the thing, man. If you can't tell me, how do I know that what sense does it make that Errol Spence Jr. is being frozen out by the PBC? How does that, what objective measure? Do you see that everybody can see? I'm not talking about what you can see, what, a conversation you had with somebody, right? I'm saying, what can you see that has actually happened to Errol Spence that would tell you that he needs to leave Al Heyman and Showtime and the PBC and go to ESPN? What is it over there at ESPN that's so attractive? How could say that Errol Spence Jr. is getting frozen out by the PBC, which is very hard for me to wrap my head around. But if that's true, what is there over at ESPN that's going to make the problem go away? All he would be doing is taking the pressure completely off of Sean Porter and completely off of Keith Thurman. So now people would say, hey, well, look, I wanted to fight him, but he signed with ESPN. He left show. And then he goes over to ESPN, and then Top Rank doesn't, and then he fights one fight with say he beats Terrence Crawford. Then what? If he beats Terrence Crawford, what's he gonna do next? Then come back to the Showtime, come back to ESPN, come back to Showtime? Like, how does this work? What's going on, Trap House? That's what I'm saying. It's just, I just listened to it. I was like, I don't understand that. I'm like, I don't understand that. Here, man, just because, this is why I do not want to interview fighters. And I don't want inside information. I don't want to have somebody telling me something that I cannot share, that I can't validate. You know what I mean? And then that I can't validate in a conversation with somebody, right? Where I can't say, look, if I said Eddie Hearn is lying, but I can't tell you what he said, that's just tough for me to ever make that argument, man. And I don't think it's right to ask for somebody to believe something that you're saying that you can't even tell them. It's just, man, I'm telling you, man, I just don't understand that, dog. I don't know. Why in the world would the PBC freeze? Why would Al Heyman freeze out his biggest potential star? Now, I tell you what I do believe, without a doubt, I believe that Sean Porter don't want that fight and Keith Thurman don't want the fight. I can't tell you why they don't want the fight. I just believe from their actions that they don't want the fight. Because they're able to make fights with other people. Well, Keith Thurman's not able to make fights with other people, but because he ain't fought nobody, I might even believe that the WBC is trying to protect those dudes. I believe that about the WBC, but I don't. So Sean, but I'm not going to it's, whose fault it is. This is what I go on, man. If Sean Porter, Thurman don't want to fight any fight, pretty much. I'm with you on that. Oh, King Diesel, so why the hell is Canola fighting this Rocky Fielding dude? Oh, man, so he can say that he got 100, so he can get another payday. I mean, he sat out and he missed out on a whole bunch of money. And then, so he's going to fight somebody for a decent payday, in December, real quick. Hope he can get the win easy, and then go back to business, I hope. What's going on, World Breaker? Brandon Williams said, look, he ain't got no choice. Oh, Brandon Williams says Spence should stay and get Porter and Thurman clean up his street with power. The truth is going to hurt each. What's up, Fanan? Yeah, look, man, he's got no choice but to stay over there. He can't go nowhere because you think if he go, the only other place you can win a unification title is, to unify a belt is the WBO. If he goes over to ESPN and signs a deal with ESPN, is he going to get paid more money? I don't think he is. I doubt if he feels he is based off what he said. He's not going to make more money. He's going to get, there's only one fight over there for him in Terrence Crawford. If he gets it, what's he going to do next? Stay with Bob Arum? Gravy Davy, Heyman can't make no one fight. Can't make him fight. No, what's he going to do? Stick a gun to his head and throw him out there? But I don't even know. Here's the thing. I don't even know what I read. First of all, I did read, though. I will tell you that I will divulge this. And I can prove it. I have read Al Heyman's contract. His boilerplate contract. I have not read a contract that is his with somebody. But I did read the boilerplate. I read a boilerplate advisory contract that just the boilerplate, which means people could negotiate out of it, right? Like if I was with somebody negotiating for somebody, I would try to change a few things in there to make it easier, to get out of. But as is, you can't just walk away from you. Al Heyman, those contracts, those cats just can't walk away. If the advisory contract that Al Heyman has, the boilerplate is the same one that Jermell Charlo signed, and Jermell Charlo signed. Anybody, if they signed that contract, you can't just walk away from that shit. You can't just, I'm not going to go into what it says, but you can't just walk away from that. And when I read it, I was like, oh, this shit blows a hole through a lot of dumb shit. Eddie Hearn just can't sign anybody he wants that has a contract, that contract with Al Heyman. They can't do it. If Al Heyman, if they have the same boilerplate agreement, and I'm going to explain boilerplate agreement, that means the standard terms and conditions that he initially offers without being edited, right? So one of the things that said it was, look, man, you can't hold him accountable for making any particular fight just because the other fighters are signed with him. And also, he can't sign you to a promotional agreement but you can't sign another promotional agreement without him advising you and him approving it. So if this is the same, I'm telling you this, if it's the same contract that I saw, and I got to keep saying that because I'm sure that if Floyd Mayweather Jr. had a contract with Al Heyman, then Floyd could say, look, I don't want that in my agreement, right? So I'm not saying that I know what these guys' agreements are, but if that boilerplate is in place with these guys, they can't just go to ESPN. They can't just walk out the door and go to Eddie Hearn. Don't you believe it? Just because they don't have a promotional contract with them, they still have a binding agreement. And one of the terms in that agreement, like I said, if it's the boilerplate, is that they can't sign with another. They can't sign with a promoter, with a manager, with anybody without talking to him and getting his approval. Now he can't sign them up for anything, so he can't force you into signing any particular fight, right? But that's part of the deal, man, because that's part of his standard deal, man. So don't be thinking that fucking he ain't stupid, dog. Oh, Nino Brown said, Fanon, thoughts on the network forcing the fight? They can definitely force the fight because they can reject any fight. It's like they can, but this is my okay, if it's the way that I understand it to be, if they want to fight on Showtime, and they have two options in the PBC, Showtime and Fox. If Showtime doesn't want to pay for the fight and doesn't want to air the fight, then that fighter can't get on that cannot get on that network unless the network approves that fight. Same thing goes for Fox. If Fox doesn't want it, then if the only fight that Showtime wants is Errol Spence and Sean Porter, and Fox only wants Errol Spence and Sean Porter, and Sean Porter can't go on either one of those networks unless he fights Errol Spence, then that applies pressure to him because he's like, well, I can't fight anybody. Well, where can you go to fight? Well, I guess I can go to fight at DAZN. Right, because I do believe that I don't know what his agreement is with Al Heyman. He said, "Well, I can go fight at DAZN, right? I'll go take this fight at DAZN, and then, right, he can get out. But that can be the pressure that could be applied by Showtime or Fox, where they say, "No, I just don't want that fight." Similar to the way that HBO would tell somebody, "No, Bob Arum, I don't want that fight. I want you to make this fight. This fight is something that we think is worth airing. What you're giving me is not worth airing. I don't want to see that. We don't want to pay for that." So Sean Porter, Showtime, I don't think can, and like I'm saying, I don't know what these guys' agreements say, but I doubt very much that Showtime can force him to make that fight. And Fox can't force him to make that fight, but Fox they can both refuse to allow to pay for the fight. Now, the manager for Sean Porter is his father, I don't even know if he has a contract like an advisory contract with Al Heyman. But nobody can force him here's the thing, nobody can force him to fight somebody else either. So that's why I'm saying I don't believe any of this shit. It's on Sean Porter. Because here's the thing. Errol Spence was saying he wanted to fight Sean Porter before Sean Porter ever got a belt. Sean Porter could have had that fight with Errol Spence Jr. if he didn't have a belt. So if Sean Porter wanted to fight Errol Spence Jr., he could fight Errol Spence Jr. And the WBC could choose not to sanction the fight. Sean Porter could try to force them to make them fight Errol Spence Jr. if he wanted to. That's why I'm like, this shit is on Sean Porter. And there ain't no secret squirrel fucking information that's going to make me believe it's not on Sean Porter. Because Sean Porter could say to the WBC, I'm fighting this guy. Hey, at the end of the day, man, if you want to take your belt, you got to take your belt. I understand if you got to take your belt. But look, I said I would fight him. If the IBF allows me to fight for the IBF title, shit, Sean Porter can get the IBF title. It's not like it's not like the excuse that what's his face Kenny Porter, said existed before Sean Porter won a championship. It's not like that still applies, because now, according to the WBC rules, Errol Spence can take a voluntary against anybody that was a former champion. That's actually that's the WBC. So let me refuse. I'll look for the IBF, but I'm pretty sure that the IBF will allow a voluntary against somebody else who's a champion. So if Sean Porter wanted to force it, Sean Porter could force it. Sean Porter's just choosing not to force it. He's just choosing not to force it, because his first mandatory is Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman ain't fighting nobody in the next anytime soon, but he doesn't want to do it, man. No, man. And anybody that says, and much respect to everybody, but if you're going to tell me that, I don't care what somebody said. If Sean Porter's dad, Kenny Porter's dad, could call me and explain the situation, I would still not. If I can't tell you what Kenny Porter told me, and if I can't tell you who told me, is one thing, right? But if you can't tell me who told you and what they said, what can I do with that? I can't do anything with that. I'm just going to go on what they actually said. And what they actually said was, it ain't me, what kind of conversation could happen in 5 fucking minutes between Sean Porter in the ring when Errol Spence is in the ring saying, I'll fight you next too. Oh, if this fight don't happen, it ain't me. No, man. No, it's you. This shit is you. And if it ain't you, you need to go tell everybody else around you, hey, man, I'm the one that's got to eat the buck stops here, right? If you're the boss, the buck stops with you. Macadon wants these grown-ass men, Floyd. These are grown-ass men. Floyd said, you can have your belt. I don't need to make a fight. It's all on them. Man, it's on him, man. It ain't on nobody but him. Yeah, it's a shit. Oh, hey, whatever, man. I mean, I listen to what's going on, and I understand people's point of views, but no, man, no. Excuse me, King Diesel said that if Andrade fights the first available contender, the WBC Championship Committee will consider sanctioning the bout. Yeah, you know what, King Diesel, I can't get past on how stupid, not stupid, but God dog, does Demetrius Andrade ever make a good decision? It's like this dude cannot get over for nothing. Jeez. It was like, all right, good deal signing with Eddie Hearn. I was like, man, this dude is not going to get a fight. Then it looks like he's going to get a fight, and then the fight falls through. It's like this dude can't do any right, man. What's good, Brent? Hey, Benjamin Nelson, what's good, man? Rora knows Zorro said, I literally can't think of one legitimate scenario where a UFC fighter ducked another UFC fighter. But the reason you can't think of that is because they're forced to fight these guys, man. At least for my limited understanding of the UFC. Where are you going to fight? They're all on the same pay-per-view. Shit. There's one pay-per-view show, and they all got to fight on that shit, so fight. Yeah, man. But, dude, Sean Porter, man, get out of here with that shit. It's Sean Porter's fault. Ain't nobody, just use your common sense. Do you really think that dude wants that fight? Roderick Bodnick says, Fanon, I'm super hyped about Bud fighting Saturday. If he calls out Errol afterwards, that'll be monumental. That'll be monumental. The perfect storm. Yeah, if he does. Now, you know I'm waiting. That's the only part of the fight I'm looking for. Well, no, I like Bud. So what's going on, John Gotti? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Because I want to see him knock out Benavidez. I like watching, man. Bud Crawford is a special fighter, man. His fighting is beautiful to behold, man. I like that dude's fighting style a lot. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see if he actually calls out Errol Spence. I want Errol Spence. We'll see. If he don't, hey man, look, if he does, I'm riding with him. Hey man, Errol, fight him, call him out, see if you can make it. That works. If he don't call him out, then there needs to be silence. Silence on stuff about Errol Spence and about Errol Spence being needing to call out Terrence Crawford. I don't know, man. I want to see these guys fight, man. Benjamin Nelson said, doing the damn thing, Ben. Mr. Mom, today, this rain, so bitch, your head sucks. Well, it's been raining a lot lately, but before it was like 100 degrees every day, man. So I'll take it, you know? Yes, sir. Smash the like button. It'd be appreciated, man. Oh, my man, Gary Benson and it's like, no, it's not Gary Benson. That's Dana Jones in the house. What's good, Dana? Appreciate you. Said I just watched a video of Mikey backtracking out of Spence, saying he orders to fight his mandatory. All he got to do is drop the belt. Yeah, man, I listened to that. I couldn't understand. I really didn't understand what he was saying about how hard it is to make a fight. If this guy mandatory wants to fight, I have to listen to that again, dog. Fanon, you got to hear 78's Crawford call out from this morning. Ain't nobody beating Spence. What? Hey, what did he say? What 78 Spence? What did 78 say? He called him out to do what? Damn, y'all gonna have me looking at it anxiously. I had just so much work to do. Crawford may call out Spence, but no call out. Bud versus Spence needs to happen. That ain't no joke. Yeah, that's 100% right there. I can't agree with that, man. I mean, I can't disagree with that. Yeah, man, backtracking out of the Spence fight. But look, man, I'm not mad he did that, dude. Seriously, Dana Jones, because he needs to fight Lomachenko. Like, I saw it and I was like, man, let me try to do a video about this. But then I was like, I want to see him fight Lomachenko. If he don't fight Lomachenko, then that's when I'm gonna have a problem with Mikey. But Mikey gonna get his ass whooped by Errol Spence, man. So just my mind is like, I want to see unification. I want to see an undisputed champion, a welterweight, and Mikey. I just didn't even like the fact that Mikey was even talking about that shit to begin with, man. I thought it was like, man, just go ahead and try to get that shit happening with your boy. Lomachenko. And if he beats Lomachenko, dude's on the top of the world, man. Aaron may have a different plan for Crawford. Yeah, he does have a different plan for Crawford. Eric Jenkins, he said it. He said that fight can happen when it's pay-per-view. He didn't, man, that win is pay-per-view. Eventually, maybe. So 78 said Antho Clark said 78 Sports said, Bud, should they don't want to fight you over here, come with. I'm not sure what that means, Mr. Lockhart. I'm not quite sure what you meant. Dana Jones, Fanon, these dudes are welterweight waiting for him to outgrow the division, plain and simple. Yeah, I believe that. Now that is a dead on. Hey, Dana, I can't believe you ain't got a wrench. Yeah, man. Absolutely, 100%, man. That dude is they're trying to wait. Fuck. Dude. On Trill Boxing Talk, it's something I don't harp on, right? Because some people who are big, I know y'all cats who are big Terrence Crawford fans think I be hating on Terrence Crawford. That is not the case. Because if I did want to, I would have went in depth about what about Bomac said about Errol Spence Jr. not taking care of his body and him not being able to make that weight much longer. He said he doesn't think Errol Spence Jr. can make that weight much longer, and then proceeded to say that the fight was that they see that fight happening in a year and a half. If you don't think he's going to be in the weight class much longer, then how do you expect to get a fight a year and a half from now? Now I'm not saying he thought that out that clearly, and there could be a good answer for it. But if I was hating on him, I would run to town with that, dog. But I didn't run to town with that. Because I like Bomac. I'm ready to see my man. Hold on. Whoa, what's going on here? Oh, Benjamin Nelson, man. Much love in the super chat, man. Is that your baby? You got a pretty baby. I'm ready to see some Wilder out here. Best fight the best. Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to that too. Oh, Anthony Lockhart said, Bud should say, said Bud should say, if them niggas don't want to fight you on your side of the street, come come fight over here. Yeah, that would be a good reply. That would be a very smart, that would be very witty. That would be very witty. But man, he ain't going over there to he's not going to ESPN. I mean, he ain't going to ESPN. You cut out. Can you hear me now? 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 Is buffering? Damn. Let me try to close some stuff on my computer. See if that helps it out. Because I had a lot of stuff open. God dog, man. Because they got the brother. Is this it? Any better? Hello? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Somebody tell me if you can hear me, man. Because my shit just dropped off like a. I'm going to try to come back on. Man, what is going on here, man? Fuck. YouTube really on that petty stuff. Okay. Hey, I'm going to come back. God, dog.